Welcome to Class 11. Take a breath, because today the program turns a corner. The first 10 classes were about getting AI working for you. Your setup, your voice, your content, your CRM. Behind the scenes. Today we walk it out of the back office and into the room, in front of the client. Here's the headline, and I want you to feel it before we do anything else. Your clients are already using AI. Every one of them. They're sitting up at 11 at night asking ChatGPT what their house is worth, whether they should counter, whether they're paying you too much. The AI is in the meeting whether you invited it or not. So we have two choices. We can pretend that's not happening and lose ground to a chatbot. Or we can do what the best agents in the country are starting to do. Run the exact same AI the client runs, then push past where it breaks, because we know more. That's the whole class. It's called Run It Before They Do. Computers stay closed for the first stretch. This part is conversation. Let's go. Before we open today's topic, let's close last week's. Class 10, you each walked out with a 30-day content calendar built off one of your own listings. Your homework was two things. Publish the first 7 days and screenshot your best post. That best post is your accountability number this time. Let's go around the room. I'm not asking did you post. Anybody can answer that. I'm asking you to show me the one that worked. The one that got the most reach or the most comments. And then I want your best guess at why it worked. Because that guess is where the learning is. Be honest about the stall, too. If you got to day 2 and life happened, say so. That's the most useful thing in the room, because somebody else hit the same wall. The whole point of building the calendar in advance was to take the daily decision off your plate. Raise your hand if you published all 7 days this week. Pause, count, name names, celebrate them. Good. Now hold on to that feeling of I actually did it, because today's class is going to ask you to do something that feels even more exposed. Use AI out loud, in front of a client. Let's get into why. Let me paint the picture, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Picture your favorite seller. Nicest people in the world. The listing appointment went great. And tonight, at 11 o'clock, they're lying in bed, and one of them opens their phone and types into ChatGPT. Is our house really only worth what the agent said? Could we get more? And the machine answers. Instantly. Confidently. For free. On the buyer's side, it's the same thing in reverse. How low can I go on this offer? And here's the cruel part. AI will tell both of them exactly what they want to hear. We'll get to why in a minute. Zoom out, and it's bigger than one deal. More than half of consumers now use AI to shop for their agent before they ever pick up the phone. They're literally asking a chatbot whether you're worth your fee. Mark Davison at 1000 Watt, and 1000 Watt works with Berkshire Hathaway. So this is close to home. Says AI didn't invent the trust problem in our industry. It found a wound that was already there, from years of low barriers and inconsistent quality, and it poured fuel on it by making people feel they can do the job themselves. His line is the one on the bottom of the screen. Awareness isn't trust. Likability isn't expertise. Being known and being liked used to be enough to win the listing. Not anymore. So what do we do about it? First, let's understand exactly how the machine is lying to your clients. Okay, why does AI tell your seller and your buyer opposite things and sound certain both times? Two biases, and they stack. First, AI confirmation bias. These tools are built to be agreeable. They're trained to be helpful and pleasant, which in practice means they lean toward telling you what you want to hear. Ask it, can I get more for my house? It'll find you a reason to believe yes. Second, human confirmation bias. We are all wired to believe the things we already want to believe. Your seller already thinks their house is special. So when the AI agrees, it doesn't feel like flattery, it feels like proof. Now you've got two agreeable forces pushing the same direction, and a licensed professional standing on the other side saying actually, hold on. Guess who's losing that argument at 11 at night? This isn't theory. Matt McGee, real estate SEO expert, 20 years in, documented real deals from his agent community. A full price offer got declined because ChatGPT told the seller the buyer's deadline language was passive-aggressive. A full price offer. Gone. A seller trusted the Zestimate over their agent and chased the market all the way down. A client got coached by AI to break a term they'd already agreed to. And the famous one, Ryan Serhant, ChatGPT nearly torched a $50 million deal. So here's the thing to hold on to. The problem is not that AI is stupid. The problem is that it is confident, agreeable, and wrong. At exactly the moment your client is most emotional and most likely to listen to it instead of you. Now the fix. Here's the instinct most agents have. and it's the wrong one. The instinct is to hide your AI use, to act like you don't touch the stuff, like your value is that you're the human and the machine is the enemy. That's a losing position because your client already knows AI is good at a lot of this, and now you look like you're scared of it. The winning move is the opposite. You pull the AI out and you run it yourself, right there in front of them. Mark Davison calls this command and control. 3 steps, and they're on the screen. 1. Run the same scenario your client is running. Don't wait for them to spring the Zestimate on you. You bring it up. Let's look at what the machine says together. 2. Push it until it breaks. Don't stop at the first clean answer. Keep asking until the blind spot shows up, and it always shows up because the machine doesn't know this market and doesn't have to live with the consequences. 3. Add what only you know. The market sentiment, the thing the inspector's going to find, the way that one street floods, the buyer's real motivation. That's the part AI will never have. And when you layer it on top of the machine's answer, the client sees your value instead of just hearing you claim it. Notice what you're not doing. You're not selling. You're not defending your fee. You're not arguing against AI. You're demonstrating, calmly, that you go further than it does. Now let me show you the 5 moments where you do this. This is the whole framework on one screen, so take a picture of it. 5 moments in a transaction where the client is most tempted to trust the machine over you, and underneath each one is a fear. That's the key. People don't run to AI because they love technology. They run to it because they're scared, and the machine feels safe and private and judgment-free. Moment 1, before the transaction even starts, the fear is, am I wasting money hiring an agent? Moment 2, pricing. Am I leaving money on the table? Moment 3, evaluating offers. Is this the right offer? Moment 4, negotiation. Am I getting the best deal? Moment 5, timing the market. What if I'm wrong? Read those fears again. Every single one is a moment where you can either let AI answer it in the dark at 11 at night, or you can answer it in the daylight, in the room, with the machine right there as your assistant instead of your competitor. You will not hit all 5 in every deal, but I promise you'll hit at least 1 in every deal. Let's go deeper on the 2 that come up the most and matter the most: pricing and offers and negotiation. Pricing is the moment where AI does the most damage because the Zestimate is right there on every listing and your seller has already looked at it. So here's the play, and the order matters. Don't wait for the seller to ambush you with, well, Zillow says. You bring it up first. At the consultation, you put the Zestimate and the AI price range on the table yourself. Then you do the thing the machine can't do. You explain how it got that number. It's an average of public records and nearby sales. It has never been inside the house. It doesn't know the kitchen's original or remodeled. And then, only then, you present your CMA, built specifically on what the machine couldn't see. Now here's where Citrus County hands you a gift, because this is our market and the machine is terrible at it. Acreage. The Zestimate cannot price 5 acres with a well and septic. It guesses, and it guesses badly. Terra Vista, lot premiums, the gated and golf value, the upgrade packages, the machine flattens all of that. New construction with no real comps yet, it's lost. And waterfront, canal versus spring-fed. 2 houses on the same street that are $40,000 apart for reasons only a local knows. Davison's line is the one on the bottom. Machines can't read market sentiment, but you can. The way you prove that is you hand the seller a number the machine never could have produced, and you show your work. That's not selling. That's expertise they can see. Raise your hand if you've had a seller quote you a Zestimate that was flat wrong. Pause. Right, almost everybody. Now you've got to move for it. Offers and negotiation are 2 moments, but they fail the same way, so we'll take them together. On offers, your seller is going to run every offer through AI asking, can I get more? And your buyer is going to run every list price through AI asking, how low can I go? And the machine, being agreeable, tells each of them yes. Both can't be right. So you do the command and control move. You run both scenarios the way your client would. You push the AI until it breaks, and then you put its answer right next to your fully considered one. And you show them the thing it ignored, the consequence. AI will happily tell a buyer to lowball a house that's going to have 3 offers by Sunday because it doesn't know about the 3 offers, and it doesn't have to be the one who loses the house. On negotiation, it's even cleaner. Ask AI to write a counteroffer, and it gives you something perfectly logical and objective. But negotiation is not logical. It's emotion and pressure and leverage and reading the other agent's voice on the phone. Negotiation is poker. You can read it, but you cannot model it. And the line I want you to actually say to clients is this one: AI has never had to hold a deal together at 11 at night when one party is packed up and ready to walk away over a $400 repair. I have. That's the job. So don't argue with the client about it. Run it in front of them. Let them watch the machine miss the exact part of the deal that you live in every day. That demonstration is worth more than any speech about your experience. Moment 1 is the first meeting, and this is the one I most want you to actually say out loud, because it sets up all the others. The fear underneath it is, am I wasting money hiring an agent? And you defuse that fear by being the person who's most comfortable with AI in the room, not the least. For beats, and they're on the screen so you can photograph them. 1. Ask, don't assume. Are you using ChatGPT or AI to research this move? And when they say yes, because they will, you say good, you should be, I do too. Watch their shoulders drop. They were braced for you to be threatened by it. 2. Support it, then frame it. It's a great place to start. Let me show you the few places it's going to steer you wrong, so it doesn't cost you. Now you're on their side, protecting them, not defending yourself. 3. Name where it fails. Be specific to them. It can't price your acreage. It can't read this market's mood. And on an offer, it's going to tell you what you want to hear. Specifics build credibility. 4. Set the partnership. Bring me what AI tells you. We'll run it together, and I'll show you what it missed. That's how we win. Now you've turned the competitor into your assistant, and you've made the client your teammate instead of your adversary. Say that 4-beat conversation once before you leave today, out loud. It feels weird the first time and natural the third time. Notice what you're never doing in there. You're never selling against AI, and you're never defending your fee. You're just the pro who knows how to use the tool and knows where it lies. Let's bring this home literally. Why does run it before they do work even better for us than for the average agent in some random suburb? 3 reasons. First, the machine is weakest exactly where we are strongest. Think about the homes we actually sell: acreage, Terra Vista, waterfront, spring-fed lots, new construction. Those are the 4 hardest things in the world for a Zestimate to price. So our local knowledge isn't a nice-to-have. It's the product. Every time the machine flubs one of those, that's not a problem. That's your opening. Second, we have the authority to back up the claim. When you tell a seller if it's worth more, the market will prove it. You're not bluffing. 315 Terra Vista buyer-side sales, more than the next 5 brokerages combined, roughly 1 out of every 3 buyers in that community. We have the receipts. Lean on that. Third, and this one's recent for us, we've already lived the overpricing lesson. We watched a listing get talked into a flattered price, and then chase the market all the way down with cut after cut. Run it before they do is exactly the move that stops the next seller from making that mistake, because you put the honest number on the table at the consultation instead of letting a chatbot inflate their expectations first. So this framework isn't borrowed theory from a newsletter. It fits our market, our data, and a lesson we just learned the hard way. Now let's actually do it. Computers out. This is the part that makes it stick. We're going to run moment 2, pricing, together, right now. So the first time you ever do this isn't in front of a real seller. Step 1. Open Claude or ChatGPT, whichever you've got set up, and have one real address in your head. Your own listing, a comp you know well, or something you just sold. Pick one you know cold, because the whole point is to catch the machine being wrong. Step 2. Ask it the seller's question, word for word the way a seller would. What's a fair market value for? And the address. Give me a price range. Let it answer. Don't help it. Step 3. And this is the move. Push it until it breaks. Type. What are you not able to factor in here? Make it confess. It'll start listing things: current condition, recent renovations, acreage specifics, market sentiment. That confession is the most important sentence on your screen, because that's the list of everything you bring that it doesn't. Step 4. Write down 3 things you personally know about that home that the machine could not. Before you take this out into the wild, 3 ways to get it wrong, because I'd rather you hear them from me than learn them on a live seller. 1. Don't argue with the AI. Don't tell the client it's garbage. Don't roll your eyes at it. They use it. They like it. The second you bash it, you look defensive and threatened, which is exactly the impression we're trying to kill. The move is never AI is bad, it's AI is great. And here's where it stops, and I keep going. 2. Don't let it turn into a sales pitch or a defense of your fee. The instant the client smells "this is why I'm worth my compensation," the whole thing collapses, because now it's about your wallet instead of their outcome. You're sharing a success strategy with them. That's the frame. The trust is the byproduct, not the ask. 3. Don't wing the blind spots. It's just wrong is not credible, and any sharp client will call you on it. You have to be specific. What exactly can it see about this home, this street, this offer? Vague makes you sound like every other agent. Specific makes you sound like the only one who actually knows. So the posture is 3 words: calm, curious, specific. You're not the guy fighting the robot. You're the guide who's already walked the road AI is pointing your client down, and you know where the potholes are. Let's lock in the takeaways. Let's gather it up. 5 things to walk out with. 1. AI is already in every deal you have. The only truly losing move is pretending it isn't and letting the machine talk to your client in the dark. 2. The play is run it before they do. Run the same scenario the client's running. Push the machine past the point where it breaks. Then add the things only you know. 3. 5 moments. The first meeting, pricing, offers, negotiation, and timing the market. You won't hit all 5 in a deal, but you'll hit at least 1 in every single deal. 4. And this is our unfair advantage. The machine is weakest precisely where our market is hardest. Acreage, Terra Vista, waterfront, new construction. That's home field. 5. The posture. Calm, curious, specific. You demonstrate, you never sell. Davison's closing line, and I'll make it yours. The trust problem in this industry isn't getting fixed at the industry level, but you can make your trust unassailable, 1 client and 1 moment at a time. You don't beat AI. You outhuman it. Here's your homework. Homework. And notice none of this is busy work. Every one of these is a rep you'll use on a real client this week anyway. 1. Run the pricing scenario for real, on your own, the way we just did it together. Take a current or recent listing, run the 4 steps, and save the 3 things the machine missed. 2. Say the first meeting script out loud until it sounds like you. Not memorized and stiff, natural. In the car, in the shower, to your spouse, I don't care. Out loud until it's yours. 3. And this is the real one. Use at least one of the 5 moments with a live client this week. A real person. Pricing is the easiest to start with. Just try it once and notice what happens. 4. This is your accountability number for next class. Bring me your best AI got it wrong. 1 real example where a chatbot was confidently, specifically wrong about a home, a price, or an offer. We're going to open class 12 by going around the room with those, the same way we did the best post today. So go find a good one. Class 12 details are coming in this week's follow-up email. See you next Thursday. 11 classes in, here's the picture. You can run AI. That's the first 10 classes. Today you learned to run it where it counts the most. Out loud, in the room, in front of the person about to trust it over you. You don't beat the machine. You outhuman it. You run the exact scenario it runs. You push it until it breaks, and you add the market sentiment, the consequences, and the 11 at night judgment it will never have. That's a kind of trust no chatbot can touch, and it's the thing that keeps you employed and valuable no matter how good these tools get. Go run a pricing scenario this week. Say the script out loud. Use 1 moment with 1 real client. And bring me your best AI got it wrong. I'll see you next Thursday.